What's going on, you guys? Back with another video. In this video I want to talk about stop comparing yourself to the new supply. There's no need to compare yourself to the new supply because the narcissist sees something different in everyone. And when they feel like they have used you up of everything that they needed from you for the moment, for the time being, they'll move on to something new. Even if that new person is old supply, what it is the person got something new that the narcissist can benefit off of. They use different strategies with different supplies. They approach each one in a different way. So there's no need to compare yourself to the new supply because, you may be in a different place in your life, like having more than the new supply have, or the new supply might have more than you have, and they just make it seem like that, the narcissist kind of play both supplies against each other and make it seem like I moved on to someone better, I've upgraded. And see, that's what they are thinking, and they want you to feel that way. But God got a plan for all of us, and when it's our time is when it will come. Not when the person has something, because we weren't even thinking of those things until we noticed the narcissist throwing it in our face. We probably don't even be thinking about all that kind of stuff, until somebody brings it to our attention in a way of comparing or belittling you, making you feel like you can do better or they have found someone better. Narcissists do things to us because they know the reaction is going to show them how we feel. And if they feel like it's working, that means to them that we will work harder in, adding new things to our life so that they can benefit off that as well. That's how they operate. It's all about meeting their needs, what we can do for them. So once we stop looking at ourselves in the mirror and how we can better ourselves to please the narcissist, that's when life will get better and we can accept it as is and be at peace with that. And narcissists can't handle your peace. When they move on to a new supply, of course it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. That's a normal human reaction to a person who feels betrayed by someone that we love and trust. But a lot of times the narcissists, they really make room for you to do better with your life. Now you can focus more on something that you've been wanting to do. Once you can clear your mind and, just do things the way you have always wanted to do. And I know that takes time because after going through narc abuse, it's a healing process that will not happen overnight. It's a long road ahead of us. But for some people, the road is longer than others. And for those of us who start to move along really quick with progressing different parts of our lives and managing without anyone else being in the way, the narcissist will start to pay attention to the fact that you're not making noise to them. So when it gets a little bit too quiet, they get worried because it lets them know that you're not worried about them. You moved on to bigger and better things, stuff that you always wanted to do. And a lot of times it makes the narcissist mad. They get mad at the fact that you're not suffering the way they thought you would. They hate that. It's all a power play to them. It's all about the mind games. So they will start to see that your situation have changed, and then they will have a change of heart with the new supply because now they got to run back to you to see what they could benefit off. And first gonna come the hoovering and then the love bombing. The love bombing is the way they beg to get you back. When the hoovering don't work, when they know that you notice them, snooping around again, trying to creep back in, and you're not paying it any mind, then they're thinking, damn, Maybe they're almost over me. I can't let that happen because I see, I see some good things happening in their life now. I want to be a part of that. Narcissists always feel entitled to having an easy life. And that's what it all boils down to. How easy they can get something that makes them feel so good. And once they realize they are not getting it as easy anymore from somewhere else, they're going to come back to you and try to get it. Because they feel like anybody who they once had relations with, they can always go back to them. Because it had normally worked for them that way in the past. They're very arrogant. And a lot of times it works because the person haven't really realized that they're dealing with a narc and they could do better and they need to just cut that person out of their life. So they end up giving them a second chance and letting them come back. And somehow, even if not in a serious relationship, the narc still, they get what they want out of the person. Even if it's just a little bit of conversation, they still get what they want. That's why it's important to set boundaries and limit conversation, and use the gray rock method when they call themselves trying to pick you for information and question you about what's going on now, trying to get an update on your life. It's good to feed them less information as possible so they have nothing to grow off of. So, that's why we should stop comparing ourselves to the new supply because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because either way it goes, the narc is all out for themselves. And it's a back and forth thing with them. And it's a divide and conquer thing. It's all about what they can get from you and what they can get from somebody else to make them feel good. So it shouldn't even be a game of comparison. It shouldn't even come to mind that, oh, they were somebody better than me or they were that person. Because I remember that happened to me with my ex. I noticed that I was the one who had the least out of everything that you can imagine in a person. I had his 2 children, but he didn't have children with these other women. But these other women had more than me as far as cars, the nice homes, more money in their pocket. And I was the old stay-at-home mom. But why I felt like I was still like a great source of supply for him? It's because it was something about me that showed him that no matter what my life was at the moment, I still had a lot of confidence in myself and he couldn't break me. I think that's what made me like a big source of supply for him. Not compare myself to other people. I just felt like those people had a lot of low self-esteem and material things is what made them feel alive. And I didn't have to have that to feel like I exist in the world. I was content with catching public transportation to work or walking to work or getting to work however I could. But I went to work Monday through Friday. And I just lived, on a routine schedule. And it worked for me and I was fine with that. And it was something that he wished he had to be at peace with himself. And no matter what, he was still never happy with that. Even though he tried to put that out there to other people, like he would mimic my life and make other people, to try to get admiration from others by living through me and telling a lie on himself like he's doing what I'm doing. He was more vocal about it because I was quiet. So that is what stood out the most. So that is what people would go on and they would believe him. He made it seem believable. So that's what makes you a great source of supply to a narcissist. When you don't even feel the need to compare yourself to nobody else. Because again, either way it go, they're getting something from you. No matter what, they're gonna benefit off you some type of way to supply their own needs, because that's what it's all about. So there's no need to compare yourself to the new supply. Thank y'all for watching. Talk to you soon.